50 years. I only did a little bit of research, man, but it goes back. They had whole universities, thousands and thousands and hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, I think back in the day, I think it was $100 million. They invested thousands of scientists researching. They fucking had the cosmonauts. They had the astronauts, and they discovered that when they were up in the air, in the space, they could communicate easier, right? And then the US government, they found out about this like way later they found out about this, and they had to catch up. So they put guys in submarines. This is all real, man. They had guys in submarines. They had them doing telepathy experiments from far away, thousands of kilometers away. They had a guy in a submarine. He would try to communicate with somebody far away. They had astronauts trying to communicate with other astronauts, trying to communicate with people, and they found out it was easier up in space. But then I think there were some experiments that said it didn't matter how far anybody away was, right? And then cultural perception is very important, because your brain is a transmitter. Your brain is operating in the fourth dimension, right? Allegedly, like, this is my kind of belief, understanding. But the culture, your culture is the instrument that you perceive. The culture gives you the instrumentation that you use to perceive the truth about things, right? So this CIA document, you guys can read it. This is a national defense. This is American national defense. There's in the link below, national defense document. I'll put the word up, man. There's a word up, but the mind interfacing with machines. This is a research. United States military research, mind interfacing with machines is very important research, right? And they said all these UFOs and shit and fucking angels and aliens and stuff. It's all different depending on who you are, what your culture is. Like, one guy, he might see an alien and it'll be a disc or he might see a UFO and it'll be a disc because that's all he's seen. His whole life he just seen fucking discs. But somebody that's religious, they might, if a UFO comes out of nowhere, comes out of the fourth dimension, right? Coming out of the fourth dimension, the quantum field, where everything is possible, right? In the quantum field, everything is possible. Right here, there's like all these fucking atoms and shit moving around, right? So if an alien UFO appears and a Christian person sees that UFO, they could perceive it as a Christian. Like, the mind is the filter. The mind is the filter of the fourth dimension, right? So it could be perceived as like angelic or something like that. But modern people, they could perceive UFO as being an actual UFO. But they also did research about this guy, Kaczynski. He thought that the eye has a beam's coming on the eyes, right? So he did research that he would stare at the back of somebody's neck, right? And they said it worked 100% of the time. They said if he stared at the back of somebody's neck, 100% of the time they would become aware. They'd look around and they'd turn around, right? And he thought that the dogs and the humans the eyes would have a beam, other than light. Obviously there's light, but they thought there would be a beam of transmission. And then so they put a fabric in between, like a invisible mesh, not invisible mesh, but like a transparent mesh between the person and the guy seeing that person, right? So he tried to look into his neck with the mesh and he couldn't do it because the mesh was there. That's it. Try experiments with your dog, see if it works, man. Have, like, oh hey, we're gonna go for a walk, but don't move your mouth, don't move your eyeballs too much. Like, get the dog excited about going for a walk. Get the dog, I don't know. Obviously there's a lot of facial mannerisms and stuff. It's gonna interfere, but test it out, man. See, who cares? Do experiments, have fun, right? Life is about having fun. Experimentation. And think about censorship, man. All the medical journals, scientific journals, a global enterprise of scientific journals and textbooks. It's run by Ghislaine Maxwell's dad, man. You know, it's all connected. Fucking Israelis controlling all the information, right? Think about this, man. Okay, anyways, have a nice day.